in Rochester for Game 3 of the North Division semifinals. It's the Crunch and the Americans. Third game of the series. Crunch have a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5. On Countdown to Crunch Time, I'm Lukas Favale, joined by Crunch head coach Ben Groulx, presented by Supercuts. Ben, it is game number 3 of the series. Crunch have that 2-0 series lead. The last game was a little bit of a wild one, back and forth, 6-5 win. What did you see on Saturday night?
Well, you know what, there was a lot of momentum swing in that game, and what I get from that game is we were able to hang in there and win that second game, which was huge. So it's good for our confidence. I think we did what we had to do at home. It's now for us to be ready for a challenge here tonight.
And you talked about it yesterday, you know, being able to play your game for the first 2 games of the series, and that's obviously been an important thing to take a 2-0 series lead. So how have you been able to accomplish that, playing your game and sticking to your style?
Well, I think our guys know what's necessary to our success, and knowing that we're not perfect, they also know that they got a certain level of hockey to bring on the ice to be successful, and I think they were, for most part, able to do it.
The Crunch with a 6-5 win here in Game 2 and how a 2-0 series lead. And we talked about it also yesterday. The offense has been very productive here, and part of it is sticking to that game plan. But 12 goals through the first 2 games of this series. What do you think has been going well offensively for this team?
Well, you know what, we're playing fast. We're moving the puck. We're going in front of the net, and obviously we're shooting pucks as well. So we score many goals on second chances, and I think it's important in the playoff.
And that's something you talked about towards the end of the season, is just simplifying it and shooting the puck a little bit more. So to see the team, you know, get that message and here in the playoffs get right back to it, that's got to be good to see for you.
Yeah, so far so good. We'll see how it plays out.
Crunch and the Americans here in Game 3 of this best-of-5 series. The Crunch have a 2-0 series lead. We know that third win is always the toughest one in a best-of-5, or fourth in a best-of-7. You've been on the both sides of things. What is the hardest part of getting that last win?
It's every win is tough to get, and for us, it's make sure that we don't change our approach. We start the game the right way, and we do what's necessary to our success.
And you saw in Game 2, the Crunch had taken the 4-1 lead, and then all of a sudden Rochester gave its best effort. It seemed like the final 2 periods there to get within 1. I'm sure that's kind of what you expect here, as you know they are facing elimination here tonight.
No doubt, we feel that they're going to bring their best game here tonight, so we're got to be ready for it.
And you go with Connor Ingram in net tonight. He's making his playoff debut here in the AHL. What was you know, you talked about it yesterday, but you know, with the 2-goalie system, what's the decision?
For us, we've been a 2-goalie team all year, and there's no reason why we would not throw Connor in there. Like he's been awesome for us. His numbers were great. So, like I mentioned before the playoffs started, like we would not hesitate. And tonight is his debut, and I think he's very excited by that.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's an exciting moment, and you mentioned the numbers, and since the trade, they've been almost identical between him and Eddie Pasquale. And someone asked yesterday to me, you know, what do you expect with his debut on the road here in the playoffs? But it seems like he's been such an even-keel guy. Nothing really gets to him. What do you expect as he makes his playoff debut on the road?
Like he's not different than any other guys. We want him to be himself, and I think he's up to the challenge. He's like you mentioned, he's a great guy. He's even keel, so I think he's ready, and it's a great opportunity for him, and it shows the confidence we have in our young goalie as well. So it's exciting.
And you've talked about here heading into the playoffs. You know, Game 1 was Game 77, then Game 78. So tonight is Game 79, and you know the fact that you're going with what you did in the regular season, the 2-goalie system. I'm sure that just feeds into what you've been preaching with. This is just game number 79.
And you know what? Why changing something that is working? So for us, we believe in that. We believe in both of them, and we just feel tonight Connor deserves an opportunity.
It's the Crunch and the Americans, Game 3 of their best-of-5 North Division semifinals. We're here with Crunch head coach Ben Groulx, presented by Supercuts. Big moment of the game on Saturday was that 5-on-3 penalty kill for the Crunch, and their 2 top penalty killers, Dumont and Condra, in the penalty box. Special teams has been a factor, but in particular that 5-on-3, how important is that?
I thought we had a lot of urgency in that 5-on-3, a lot of courage to block shots. We blocked 2 shots, 2 big slap shots. So we had to show courage and urgency. We did. Key moment. And that's something I like about our team. We find a way. rise to the moment, and I thought we did that last game.
And we're looking forward to seeing it here tonight as the Crunch take on the Rochester Americans. It is Game 3 of this North Division semifinals. This is Crunch head coach Ben Groulx, presented by Supercuts. Ben, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.